7 weeks ago, 10 know-it-alls from across the country gathered for the competition of their lives. Hello, know-it-alls. It started with a bang. And explorer Bill was immediately sunk.
May have been a mental lapse on my part.
In week 2, the competition shifted into high gear. And Scott dominated the challenges and his own teammates.
Ben, quit arguing with me all the time.
But it was Northern Ranger A who went home. In week 3, Scott's star continued to rise.
I had an idea, and I knew how to do it.
Jeopardy champion Doug fell. Ben struggled.
Son of a bitch.
And both landed in the elimination zone for the second time. And Doug was sent home.
One by a nose.
In week 4, the competition went to new heights.
I'm not the only one that's afraid.
No way.
It's just insane.
And in a mind-boggling challenge, Carla emerged as a star.
There isn't a day that goes by I don't play Boggle.
But in rising waters and raised emotions,
Got a carpet on the ceiling again!
Owen and Scott tackled Ben.
I'm gonna put you up. Whatever. Really? Really.
And sent him to elimination for the 3rd time. But he survived yet again and grounded Air Force pilot Beth for good. In week 5, Andrew grabbed the reins from Scott.
That's Kyushu.
Who would have known that he's a nerdy cartographer?
And led his team to a double victory,
Come on, Laura.
sending Ben into his 4th elimination zone. This time against Owen,
Who's the smartest one here? Let's see.
where Owen forced Ben to surrender
You're good, man.
and finally sent him home. In week 6, with only 5 competitors left, both teams wanted Scott,
Scotty.
We'll steal Scott back.
and for good reason. He excelled in both challenges, sending the well-schooled Andrew and Laura to elimination, where Laura buckled and went home. Heading into week 7, Scott was at the top of the mountain with 9 wins under his belt. But lapses in memory
Got very confusing for me.
and judgment
It said 20 minutes to set up on the can, and it's still a goopy bag of snot.
put him against Carla in the elimination zone,
And the answer is windward.
where she called Scott's bluff and sent the front runner home.
I might not have the title of Canada's greatest know-it-all, but I've won a lot.
Now, it's down to the final 3, but only one will be Canada's greatest know-it-all.
You say you're right, you say you're smart, you say you always do it right from the start. You're a know-it-all, you're a know-it-all. All the stars align, but not the way you feel. And 2 days see, so you can reinvent the wheel. 2 + 2 = 4 times 11. The answer 44 sends you right to heaven. I can't hear you, I won't listen. My Pythagorean's theorem is just your medicine. Don't you brag, don't you fight, don't you nag that you're so right. You're a know-it-all, you're a know-it-all.
Hello, know-it-alls, and welcome to the top of the know-it-all world. You are the final 3, so congratulations. Now, this time last year, there were also only 3 people left in the competition, and the one who aced the challenges you're about to do became Canada's greatest know-it-all. Ted, come on up. Know-it-alls, this is Ted Coffey. In season 1, Ted dug in and battled hard.
You're a loser, old man.
You.
Trusted his guts
Gut instinct has been what's carried me through.
and won. Ted, you are Canada's greatest know-it-all.
I've already had a year of boasting and bragging. It's someone else's turn.
First glances, what do you think of these three? Any advice you'd give them?
The only advice I would have is think about what you're gonna do for 5 seconds before you try to do it.
He completely understands the difference between education and knowledge. Because there are a lot of educated dummies. Just saying.
I'm the polar opposite of Ted. Ted was self-taught. I like to think with my mind rather than my gut.
So, down to today's challenge. You'll complete 2 tasks that Ted did successfully last year, but all in the form of a single race. Part 1 of this elimination challenge, the disc hunt. On the roof are 50 discs. Each know-it-all must find 2 specific discs by solving numeric problems hidden underneath them. For each incorrect disc they flip, they get a 1-minute penalty. Owen, you're up first. Okay, Owen, the first one's at your feet, and there are 2 more out there. Now, you ready? Go!
Go southeast in inches 3 times the boiling temperature of water in Fahrenheit. I don't know Fahrenheit's. Go north in feet, number of legs on a scorpion times 9. Many is that? I'm gonna be guessing this. I just had to kind of guess.
The first question sends Owen to the southeast corner of the roof. And the second takes him north, where he hopes to find his first disc.
I'm at a disc.
All right, flip it over. 1-minute penalty. Use your time wisely.
He appeared to be pacing off feet. I'm wondering if his shoes are actually 12 inches long.
3, 2, 1. You're free to move.
I'm at a disc.
1 minute.
40 is 40.
You're free to move.
Another disc.
And another 1-minute penalty.
7.
You don't seem to be in your happy place.
All right.
Ted, what about when you're absolutely stuck? What do you do in those situations?
I've got to recheck that clue.
In feet. In feet. Nuts.
Go back to the beginning.
Starting just north of feet, number of legs of scorpion 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Owen, 15 minutes gone. You're halfway there and you haven't found 1 disc yet. Concentrate. Dig deep.
I hate losing. I hate it.
The final 3 have risen to the top. Congratulations. And are competing in a 2-part elimination challenge inspired by tasks that last year's winner, this is Ted Coffey, excelled at. First up in the hidden disc challenge is Owen. With a 30-minute time limit and the clock ticking loudly, he's yet to find even a single disc. Concentrate. Dig deep.
I gotta do this the hard way.
Between you and I know he's about 6 feet away from the disc. Consumed with frustration,
Because I don't know.
Owen still has the presence of mind did a little Hansel and Gretel to at least avoid repeating his mistakes.
I had the idea like, hey, dummy, you ought to be marking this, so I put some of the roof gravel on each one.
Making it a tedious but ultimately effective strategy to find his first disc.
Holy cockadoodle-andy!
And he's got a disc! 8 minutes left. You can still do this.
We're gonna go southwest in meters, 11 times the numbers of tentacles on a squid. In meters? East. 12 meters.
If the know-it-alls can't find both discs within the 30-minute time limit, they suffer an additional 5-minute penalty. All right, what are you doing?
I'm thinking. This one or that one? I have a disc and I got it wrong again.
And it's another minute penalty.
It's fine. Guess what?
Wrong again.
Wrong again.
If you flip one more wrong disc over, you have no chance of finding it. 3, 2, 1. And it's over. Owen's 30 minutes are up. But what happened out there?
This is way harder than it looks on TV. It's a very hard challenge. If today's my last day, I'm not going to be okay with it.
The second part of this two-stage race is a twist on Ted's perfect bus drive from season 1. This year's final 3 must attempt the same difficult course, but this time they have to do it backing up. For every cone they hit, they are penalized 1 minute, which is added to their final time. Okay, Owen, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Go!
Push to release. There we go.
One little surprise for you, Owen.
Oh, that. The kid screaming, it was more painful than distracting. Let's go.
Penalty! After Owen's first penalty, he backs his way to the far end of the course absolutely perfectly. But negotiating this tight three-point turn is much more difficult. One more penalty! Hit! 3 penalties!
The trouble I had with the bus was the magnification mirrors that may be closer than they appear, right?
Hit! Another one, right?
Where'd that one come from?
4. Goodness me.
Hold on a second.
No, here we go. Oh, no. 5 penalties. That's 5 more minutes added to your final time. Now, he's entering the hangar and marks his time.
Huzzah! I thought I did well.
Carla, you're on your first disc. Are you going to complete it in less than 30, do you think?
Hells yeah.
You have 30 minutes. Starting from now.
Southeast in inches, 3 times the boiling temperature of water in Fahrenheit. Go north in feet, the number of legs on a scorpion times 9. I was trying to remember if a scorpion was in the spider family or in the insect family, in which case it would have 8 legs versus 6 legs.
Carla's on the move and looking confident in the hunt for her first disc. And she's very, very close. Where do you think you went wrong, Carla?
I don't think I know how long a foot is. The hard part about that was the pacing. I gotta check something.
All right.
Southeast, north. You push the button. It's gotta be here somewhere.
And she's headed right back to the same corner. 1 minute penalty. So you think you're close?
Yeah.
All right, you can go now. And she has her first disc.
Woohoo! Go southwest in meters 11 times the number of tentacles on a squid. There are 2 tentacles on a squid and like 6 arms. So that's 22 meters. Then head east 12,000 millimeters. That's 12 meters. Okay, I can do that. 22 meters times 22 meters.
After some quick calculations, Carla's on the move again with the confident stride of a know-it-all. But will she be right? Not this time. Wrong. Again. 1 minute. But once again, Carla's convinced that she's very, very close.
Flip over those ones in the corner because I figured that that's where it had to be. I was starting to get a little bit worried because I was running out of time.
Another minute.
And I was also running out of options.
When you get off, if you get the right one, you can finish it inside of 30 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. You got it! With 45 seconds left! All right, here we go.
I have never driven a bus before.
Go, Carla!
My husband would say that I'm a terrible driver because I'm too cautious. I will say that he's a terrible driver because he's not cautious enough. I'm right and he's wrong.
Oh, Carla?
Yeah? I forgot one thing. Aw, it's like I'm home again.
And that's it. One penalty.
Stupid cone should have got out of my way.
Oh, my gosh. Hit! And another penalty. Don't give me that face. It's not going to help you. Oh, you're so tricky.
Carla's completed the course with just 2 time penalties, but she was cautious and very, very slow. Will it be enough to stay in the lead and avoid elimination?
Hello, Andrew.
Hello, Daniel.
Use that mathematical mind to your advantage. Are you ready?
I am.
Go!
Okay, 3 times the boiling temperature of water in Fahrenheit. That is, if you're gonna convert from Celsius at 100 degrees to Fahrenheit, it's times 1.8 plus 32. So it's 180 plus 32, which is 212. Go north in feet. Number of legs on a scorpion. Scorpion has 8 legs, I believe. It's an arachnid. Can I take the disc with me?
No.
1, 2, 3.
Andrew's calculations are perfect. And his sense of direction?
Blank.
Not perfect.
And you're wrong. 1 minute.
But he's very close.
I had all the numbers. The problem was the pacing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Within a 10-foot radius, there are probably 10 discs. 22, 23, 24. So the best thing to do is just start turning discs at that point. Blank.
Wrong again.
Okay.
1 minute.
I'm pretty sure it's in this vicinity. Okay, I don't know. Don't think it could be anything else. I've done that one, but honestly...
15 minutes left. You're halfway through. Yourself. You haven't even got a disc yet.
Yeah, no, I know that. I got frustrated. I felt like I wasn't gonna finish.
Frustrated?
A little bit confused. I think you're wrong, actually, probably, but...
Are you assuming we're wrong and you're right?
Yes.
Typical know-it-all.
I hate being wrong. And when someone corrects me, I feel really depressed about it. You might as well just do the 30-minute thing, whatever.
No, Andrew, we're not giving up. Come on. You are a PhD, my friend.
Yeah, but it doesn't involve pasting stuff on roofs. Even being wrong on a simple fact to me is a huge failure.
Wrong again.
Yep. I don't know if I've turned this one over.
He's picked up the same disc twice now.
I'll try it again. Yeah, I turned that one over already. You might as well just jump to 30. I mean, sometimes you gotta cut your losses and go home. Yep, already done. It's one of these in this area. I've done most of them.
But not all of them.
Did you lay these out yourself?
They are correct, Andrew.
Oh, there we go.
And he's got it, finally!
I felt like quitting, but I did not quit.
You have 3.5 minutes left. You can do this.
Did I actually sit down and stop playing? Heck no. So, southwest, 22 meters.
With time winding down,
Andrew, you have 1 minute left.
Andrew quickly calculates the answers and is headed directly towards the second secret disc.
Here we go.
But he missed it.
1 minute penalty. With less than a minute, you're done.
Yep.
Like Owen, Andrew failed to complete the disc challenge, so he already has a 5-minute penalty heading into the bus drive.
Go! And by the way, here's a little present for you.
Okay. I don't think the Screaming Kids had a discernible impact on my performance.
How's he doing on that side?
He's good.
He's okay?
He's good.
Andrew has a flawless run going, but it only takes one mistake
1 penalty!
and the wheels start to fall off.
2 penalties! Oh, no! That was horrible. Not using his mirrors, just sticking his head out. What is he doing?
He kind of got a little off course there.
Oh, no!
Yeah, oh, no.
I'm out of the lane!
You're not even on the course.
Just a little.
Ted, move out of the way! He's going really fast. Wait. Okay, here he comes. Well done.
I'm not happy with my performance. It's not going to be enough, basically. I'm very worried right now,
The challenge was, could you guys do better than last year's Canada's Greatest Know-It-All, Ted Coffey? We've added your times for both rounds together. Here are the final numbers.
This is the sucky, sucky, sucky part.
Carla. First place, 43 minutes and 56 seconds.
Holy crap.
Owen, your time was 49 minutes and 57 seconds. And Andrew, your time was...
I probably lost.
All right, here are the final numbers. Carla, first place, 43 minutes and 56 seconds. Owen, your time was 49 minutes and 57 seconds.
I wasn't distraught over how it went. I absolutely deserve to be here.
And Andrew, your time was...
I felt like I dropped the ball here. I probably lost.
46 minutes and 52 seconds, which means, Owen, you are not Canada's Greatest Know-It-All. You are going home right now.
I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's funny. He's brave.
I don't enjoy any of this. The height, that falling sensation.
He's brilliant.
Air mattresses. Drop them from a great height. Not bad, huh?
He's honorable.
You're a good man, Ben.
One of my favorite people.
Goodbye. Well done. Thank you. Of course I wanted to win. Of course. Play real hard. Because I did. No, I did the best I could. I really did. And proud of that. I've got lots to go home to. Thank you.
To me, in that moment, Owen represented everyone we'd already lost.
Andrew, what's going on right now?
I don't know. I believe it's called emotion.
Okay, enough of that. Now it's on to the finals. The final two to find out who is Canada's greatest know-it-all. Shoulders back. Gonna fight for it, both of you?
Yes.
Hells yeah.
All right, get the hell out of here. I'll see you soon. Well done.
I'm in the final two. Yeah, I'm amazed, actually. Flabbergasted.
Well, I want to win. Hands down, want to win.
Here we are. The final giant challenge of this long competition. Last year at this time, we had a learn-by-doing millwright versus a self-taught high school dropout. This year's top two couldn't be more different. Two PhDs who are ready to battle it out for the title. Andrew Rader from Cambridge, Ontario. Very early in the competition, he was determined to prove that he has the answer for everything.
The answer is 0. It's impossible to walk on the moon based on the dynamics of a spacesuit and the gravity.
Even when no one else wanted to hear it.
You know what? Everybody just go home right now. Andrew wins.
His intense drive to win often led to chaotic methods.
Slow down, Junior.
Look at it! But he eventually took his fellow know-it-alls by surprise.
He's very easy to underestimate in terms of how smart he is and how he's going to react under pressure.
Revealing a relentless desire to win.
Frankly, we didn't want to win. We wanted to destroy them.
His focus, attention to detail, and steel-trap mind
Oh, Cuba. Oh, shoot. Wrong side of the equator.
have landed him a spot in the finals. Carla Davidson from Calgary, Alberta. Her PhD is in microbiology, but it took her the first 3 weeks of this competition to find her voice.
There's a bunch of stuff there that we can send away for DNA.
Let's find evidence of a crime first.
Shut up, Papa Bear.
Then she took a giant leap of faith and finally believed that she belonged here.
You showed your daughter courage, yes?
Yeah.
All right, congratulations.
Thanks. It's a big day.
And from that pivotal moment,
Carla, are all these yours?
Yeah.
she became a force to be reckoned with.
Carla, clear winner of this challenge.
Carla just killed it.
Then, with her competitors squarely in her sights,
Oh! Yes! She hits it!
That was awesome.
she used her newfound voice
You guys suck. Well,
to secure her spot in the final two.
Well, well, well. Look who made it to the final. Now this is it. The winner of this gigantic challenge is Canada's greatest know-it-all.
This giant finale challenge is in the form of a 4-part rally race. Each stage ends with the competitors racing 2 laps of the track in their cars. Stage 1, the giant maze. The know-it-alls have 1 hour to design and create a maze on the ground that will confound their competitor.
You have 1 hour to build your mazes. Go! Now, Carla was going to build a maze in the science fair project.
what if we build them a maze? They can be our experimental rats.
Carla actually does experiments with mazes, so she probably knows what mazes are difficult and what ones are easy.
Carla, do you have one formulated in your mind already?
Yep. No, I'm thinking intestines. First of all, I wanted to have the longest possible route through the space. It's like intestines, they cover a lot of ground in a small space. I want to have lots of false openings and always 3 floor options at every intersection, because that will just be harder to try to figure out.
Wow.
With a PhD in biology, it's no surprise that Carla's maze design is rooted in human anatomy. But Andrew is doing just the opposite.
What's the plan, mate?
So mazes are for kids. What I'm gonna do is make an unmaze. I want it to be really systematic. My objective was get Carla to walk as far as possible. In a 100 by 100 foot area, I could get Carla to walk 2,500 feet, which is half a mile. How long does it take to walk half a mile? 10 minutes or so? I'm planning to kind of make it the course as long as possible. I thought the best way to do that was just to do a grid and then rub out the lines.
2 very different approaches, kind of the way both of them think. Carla going with zigzags and curves and bends, and Andrew, binary, up and down, graph.
The biggest challenge with this maze was definitely time.
I think they've just realized how extensive this task is. Andrew's taking shortcuts.
It's a lot of distance to cover.
And that means that they both must compromise their plans just to get it done in time. A tough pill to swallow for these 2 know-it-all perfectionists.
It wasn't nearly as elaborate as I wanted it.
I'll probably have to skimp on this one.
Will you?
Yeah, don't have enough time to do what I wanted to do. I think I had almost the perfect plan, but in reality, it is not as easy as it looks.
The two final know-it-alls are embroiled in our final giant challenge. Part 1 is to build a huge maze to trap their opponent, then race out and complete 2 laps of our track.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time! All right, it's time to run each other's mazes and start this race. Go!
Each know-it-all has designed their maze to keep their competitor inside for as long as possible.
Get him off to a bad start. That's my plan.
Andrew seems to be moving extremely fast, but not as fast as Carla. Any loopholes yet?
I don't know.
His right-angle maze only has one way for her to go.
I was planning to have her walk 2,500 feet.
Where's his exit? I actually just kind of went with the obvious route. Is this it? And as it turned out, that was it.
That is it. Carla's out! And she's off to her dune buggy. Andrew!
Yeah?
Gotta pick it up, mate. He's going one way, now the other. He's looking confused. And he's scratching his head. Are you stuck, Andrew?
Yeah.
Awesome!
Carla is off to the races. And Andrew is still stuck in the maze. Carla's maze is working incredibly well right now. And he's out! Come on, Andrew!
I was really disappointed in how long it actually took me to solve Carla's maze.
All right, Andrew.
I was just pedal to the metal.
Off you go, mate. Go on, go on!
So it's a little bit dismayed. I was hoping to have a little bit more time than that.
Carla is on her second lap.
I knew that Andrew would probably drive faster than me.
Catch her! We have a race. He's going to like a bat out of hell. Whoa, 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 he is determined to catch her. Last gate, down to the finish line. Stop the time. And he's almost missed the gate, spinning out of control and over the finish line. That's it.
After round 1, Andrew is behind 1 minute 37 seconds. But this thing has just begun.
All right, here we go. Task number 2, blind puzzles.
Here's how it works. The know-it-alls are shown 3 puzzles for just 30 seconds. They then choose which one they will reassemble, blindfolded.
So here we go. Are you ready?
Ready.
Yep.
Go!
I picked the triangle because I figured the 3 corners were going to be the most recognizable part, so it would give me an outside to work with.
I picked the square because I figured it was the most symmetric, the most distinctive. Really what you want in this one is guiding sides.
Okay. It seems to me that Andrew is at least halfway through.
I could really feel the shape coming together. I knew I was close.
Here should be exactly like that, and then this one goes here, should be like that.
Andrew, you're done. Stop the clock. Off you go.
I actually did have a moment of frustration, and because I could hear him taking off, I just had to stop and take a breath, and then concentrate and go.
Whoa, a little bit too fast.
And Andrew comes down the home stretch. Time stopped for Andrew.
When I came back, Carla hadn't finished it. I was really surprised by that.
I was trying to match it up to the Pentagon, which in retrospect probably has the least information on it, right? Like, I mean, like, it's the least distinctive in terms of which way it goes rotating. That one in the middle was actually a bad call on my part. I took the Pentagon out, assembled the rest of it, got it in, bang.
You're good. Every second counts now, Carla. Come on, Carla, drive it like you stole it. And stop. That's it. Wow.
After 2 stages of this giant race, Carla's lead has disappeared. In fact, she's now over 6 minutes behind Andrew.
So here we go, round 3.
Learn to operate a mini excavator. Then move enough dirt to build a platform high enough to drive onto, reach up, and touch a balloon dangling above them.
Are you ready?
Ready.
After 3, 2, 1, excavate! I'm not sure how safe I am here, really. Aha! Different strategy. Andrew's pushing his earth. All right, I see his strategy.
Decided it was more efficient to push than dig.
Carla is digging it out.
It takes a lot more time to bring a bucket of dirt over than it does to get it in the right place. So I decided just to work on, getting the dirt flatter.
And Andrew's making good use of both the blade and the bucket. It's neck and neck. Different strategies, but very close.
10 minutes into the stage, and both know-it-alls think they're ready to reach up and touch their balloons.
And Carla is testing to see if she's built her ramp high enough. She's not quite there. It's about a foot, I'd say. Here we go. Oh, he's about 2 inches away. Whoa! You're on a teeter-totter right now.
Okay,
If you build it more flat, that won't happen.
I felt like I had it under control most of the time. That was a risk worth taking. I don't think I can.
Yes, you can. You can do it. You're a PhD. Build it flat.
Ah!
And it looks like Carla's ready to try again. She got it!
Oh, come on! Out of the corner of my eye, I could see Carla pop that balloon, and I knew she was ahead of me. That really got me going.
Carla is off. She's got over 6 minutes to catch up. And Andrew's having a go. And he's got it. And Andrew is racing right behind her. Andrew's determined to catch up. He's driving like a madman. Andrew's got one more lap. And Carla, and she stops. And he's done. Stop the clock.
Now, headed into the 4th and final stage of this giant race, Carla's still behind. She'll have to wait an excruciating 6 minutes and 12 seconds after Andrew starts before she can begin.
One last challenge.
For this final stage, they both must solve a 4-digit lock combination, then enter the cage. Once inside, they must crack this code to decipher a secret message that tells them what they must do to win.
Can you come back, Carla?
Yeah.
You think you can?
Yeah, I think I can.
The first person to complete this final challenge is Canada's greatest know-it-all. Are you ready, Andrew?
Ready.
Go! And he is racing off.
I only had 6 minutes. I really felt the time pressure. I needed to crack that code really quickly.
And Andrew is into the cage. Now he's working code number 2.
E. Okay, there's a pattern here. A, B, C, D.
I had a lead, but Carla's much better at this kind of thing than I am, so I needed to work as fast as I could to solve this.
3, 2, 1, go! Here comes Carla. Hot on your trail, Andrew.
I do puzzles obsessively.
And she's got it. She's in. She's on to the 2nd code. She is catching up.
I could feel Carla come into the cage. I was aware of her presence, and it put a lot of pressure on me. This is really bad. I just need to solve this.
Carla and Andrew are in the last stage of this massive finale challenge. They've solved mazes,
That's it?
blind puzzles, raced dune buggies,
We have a race.
and moved the Earth.
She got it.
Oh, come on!
Now, it's down to who can crack this code first to finally claim the title of Canada's greatest know-it-all.
This is amazing. It is neck and neck. I'll tell you this. Either one of them would deserve the title of Canada's greatest know-it-all.
Even though Carla's entered this challenge more than 6 minutes behind Andrew,
Carla's gone back to her table.
it looks like she's already caught up.
I looked at the code up on the wall, and as I was writing it down, I started to see patterns in those symbols. If you know the patterns of the English language, they're pretty easy to pick out.
Carla's really good at codes, but, you know, screw Carla's advantage. Screw Carla's code breaking. I can do this too.
Andrew's code breaking is slower, and his lead is disappearing.
I just need to solve this.
Oh. Okay, got it.
Carla, Andrew thinks he has it.
I'm really close.
Here he comes.
If Andrew's cracked the code correctly, he should know exactly what to do to win.
Carla, you can catch up.
But if he's got one letter wrong, he'll have to start over.
He's building something out of orange 2x4s. Is it right? Here comes Carla, hot on your trail. You are so close. Here we go, last piece of wood. Connect the dots. Here she comes, she's right behind you. Checking, what does it say?
I win.
Yes, you do! You, Andrew, are Canada's greatest know-it-all. Wow.
I couldn't ask for anyone better to compete against, Carla.
Yeah, the same. Exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's good to lose to somebody that you like, and I think they won it well.
All right, Andrew. One symbolic lap. There he goes. Carla,
Yeah?
you are an amazing competitor.
Thank you.
You should be really proud of yourself, and
I actually
know...
really am.
You are not Canada's greatest know-it-all.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to go home.
It's been a slice.
Thanks.
But in the big scheme of things, I mean, I came all the way to the very end. I did some things that I have dreamed of trying and got to do it all, and I have had so much fun. And I've probably learned some things about the way my mind works that I hadn't ever really appreciated before. It is okay being a know-it-all. It's okay being a raging nerd.
Whoa!
It doesn't mean that you're an abject loser. It's fun, and you gotta enjoy the things that are fun. I'm really proud of myself. I'm really, really proud of myself. Except for that triangle.
I feel peaceful. And now I'm actually noticing the birds and the sky and the rocks, and it's a beautiful location, and I can actually sit back, relax, and not worry about what the next challenge is going to be, and just enjoy the moment.
Andrew, I want you to leave this competition thinking about what you've achieved. You are Canada's greatest know-it-all. You have totally 100% earned that title.
Thank you, Daniel. I'm a little amazed, but thank you.
I've arranged for a ride to take you out and escape this pit, finally. It's not quite a spaceship, but it's as close as we could possibly get. And there it is. I want you to go up there and bask in your glory.
Thank you, Daniel.
You're very welcome. Well deserved. Now go hop in your copter. Go on.
Thanks, Daniel.
The road to becoming a true know-it-all is a demanding one, with much to be learned along the way.
I hope that I've learned to maintain focus.
About the world and yourself.
I need to be a little bit less hard on myself.
But in the end, putting yourself on the line, testing your mind, skills, and resolve is worth the risk.
For some reason, winning this show would prove to ourselves that we matter. I prevailed. It was, it's powerful.